Hey guys, it's Arleman. Looks like we're here for Karanda. She just spawned. I'm still trying to get my awakening weapon. Hopefully she's not dead yet. But we'll see. She spawned about 5 minutes ago. I was in Valia, so it took me a little while to get here. But she's kind of a pain in the ass. Let's see. Almost to the top. Yep, looks like she's still up. Let's see what her percentage is. Doesn't look like there's a lot of people here. Alright, she's about 80%, so I do still have a chance of getting the weapon. So this is one of the world bosses in BDO. She drops the gold awakening weapon, which is the best awakening weapon in the game. She drops the box. Of course, depending on how many people there are, depends on how fast she goes down. It is possible to get multiple per spawning. When she spawns in every server at the same time. So if one channel is able to kill her quickly, you know, you can actually go. You can fight her multiple times for multiple chances at your weapon. Yeah, Karanda is kind of a shit show, as you can see. She's got two major moves, which determine whether or not you need to reposition. Most of her melee stuff is easily avoided by staying to her back. But if you see her perch, she's going to fly up and fire quills in the immediate melee vicinity. If she flies off really quickly, then she's going to fire on the outskirts. And she also summons, if she flies off to the side, then she's just going to summon a whole bunch of harpies. But usually her perch animation is pretty easy. That's the one that really kills most people, and she tends to use it more frequently as she gets lower in health. Alright, where do I have my right shield on? I do, okay. Alright, see how she perched? Gotta get the hell out of dodge, otherwise. See all those... a lot of dead people there. Now, I have other people's effects turned off because you wouldn't be able to see much of anything otherwise. It's really important to have a good view of her because, especially when there's a lot of players, it's really, really hard to see her crouch animation. We don't have a lot of players, so I'm getting hit kind of frequent. Oh, Jesus, okay. Shield time. Alright, she's flying up. Not really see how she fires on the outskirts, so ranged, have to be really careful of that move. Thank God for Warrior's Heal. But I gotta be really careful because this guy that has aggro is not holding it very well. It'd be nice to be able to get a dandelion box on my first video of this fight, but I've been here, I think of 20 kills, no successes, and it happens. You know, it's a highly, highly, highly contested. Trying to get the warrior greatsword is also really hard because there's so many warriors in the game. Okay. And truth be told, okay, it's no longer 7 AM, so now her damage has gone down. Alright, we're almost 50%. It looks like Karanda's probably dead on other servers because I see more people showing up. Yeah, it's really important to, I mean, I'm level 58, and you can see when she hits me pretty solid. I'm kind of unprepared. I only have 5 health pots, but I should be able to make it. So yeah, there's not really an aggro meter. Ow. Get up. Shield up. As you can see there, my grave digging, I almost get an entire health bar back, and I can use that about every 6 seconds. Alright, as you can see, she's flown up. There's those quills on the outskirts. Alright, she's back down. Alright, she just went to swoop, which means she's going to be coming back with all our harpy friends. There they are, flying in. And they usually are pretty easy to kill through. They're not really hard. But the main danger is that they obscure her, so you can't really see what she's doing. And that is when it gets really dangerous, because if you can't see her stoop, you're not going to be able to get out in time. You will die. And of course she's immune to, I mean, she's immune to everything but dots. So any kind of crowd control, any kind of lag you might have, it's really important to get a good camera angle on her, because depending on how you have your camera, her stoop animation is really quick if you're not looking for it. But if you play a melee character, it will destroy you. Alright. I've survived it once by the skin of my teeth. And of course, if you die, it's almost like it resets your progress on the fight. At least your contribution to the fight. Loot is awarded RNG, but I do believe there's a contribution component to the fight itself. Alright, see, she's doing the outside quiver again. She's going to do her inside shot any second now. I just need to make sure I have enough health before she does it. Alright, grave digging is not up yet. Alright, she's going to be bringing her friends. 5 seconds on grave digging. I really don't want to have to use more potions if I can help it. She's going to do one more stoop before she dies. I'd be very surprised if she didn't. She's not liking me right now. You can see she gets you on the ground. It's rough. Oh my god. Alright, Alright, she's almost dead. Go for broke. And she's down. Gold ingot. Blackstone weapon. So she dropped 1 box. Yeah, they really need to fix this boss. The amount of people that play and fight her to have 1, maybe 2 boxes, there have been times where she won't even drop a box. She does drop money. Occasionally she'll drop an aura that you will, you can use. If you connect 100 of her aura, you can get a box from the NPC. Unfortunately, dropping the boxes is not guaranteed. I mean, dropping the essence isn't guaranteed at all. Alright, I wonder if there are any other of her up. So, let's see. Nobody said anything. I'm waiting for a shout out in chat. I mean, she's highly contested, as I said. She drops like the most important weapon in the game. And I don't have any health pots left, so it's probably not going to be a good idea. But we are going to... we're going to see what we can see at Media 6. Yeah, a lot of people have been trying to trade pearls for the box, which is actually kind of dangerous because not everything that goes up gets put on pre-order. So you can easily pay somebody pearls for a dandelion box and end up somebody else winning the bid, or it doesn't even go on. It doesn't even go on pre-order. It goes on bid. All right, looks like Karanda's dead here. Yeah, she dies pretty much almost the same time on every server, so not really surprising. But that was Karanda. It's kind of a mess, but it's either that or the Night Vendor. And actually, since we're up here, this is one of the highest points in Black Desert, and it just Like, it just amazes me how, like, huge. And I'm on top of this guy's head. Alright. It just amazes me at how vast this world is. And it's early morning, as you can see, so there's a lot of fog. Yeah, I'll have to do another video when we're fighting Karanda during the daytime, where it's a little bit clearer. But, you know, it's pretty awesome for an open world, the scenery, everything else. So that was Karanda. I don't bother doing Red Nose anymore. I actually have almost all of the boss items so far. You know, I've got Nuver's shield, Red Nose's armor. I don't have Tree Spirit's armor. He's been very picky. I've got Beg's gloves, Muskin's shoes, and Gaeth's helm. I haven't really started enchanting them. That was actually going to be my project for today. I was holding off until I got the Dandelion Greatsword. Oh, and of course I have Sarka's longsword. But, I mean, who knows? I've got a pre-order in. Maybe I'll get lucky one day. But thing with this game is that it's consistency. RNG is always king, but if you show up enough times, persistent enough, there are other avenues to getting boss gear. It's not just you having to show up to the bosses. Those of you who are playing Black Desert, who are interested in getting into boss fights, there is a fantastic Discord that utilizes bots to monitor the spawn times and gives announcements and notifications. They also have a smartphone app, so if you really want to get serious for boss hunting, there are plenty of resources available. But I guarantee you, first be prepared to die, you know, a lot. Until you actually get comfortable with the fights, you will die a lot, you will lose crystals, you will lose XP. If you are in a cycle where you're trying to level up, especially when you get to 56 plus, losing experience points is very, 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 very costly. Costs you a lot of time. So, I generally recommend, as you can see here, I've hit 58, but I'm kind of just under 1%. It's taken me a long time. I haven't really been leveling actively, just doing passive activities, but you know, the grind is real. So if you're going to be boss hunting, if I died, it would have knocked me all of this back. If I'd been actively XPing, it would have taken me about 2 hours, 1 to 2 hours to get 1% XP at 58 plus. Mileage may vary based on your class and your clear, but I'm just talking about solo without any buffs. So one death can set you back 2 hours, and unless you buy a Pearl Shop item or loyalty recovery item, which has to actually be in your inventory, well, the Pearl Shop item you can buy anytime if you're on the death screen, but the loyalty recovery item already has to be in your inventory. It will not allow you to purchase a recovery item with loyalty if you're already dead. So, I mean, they got to make money, right? So, lots of good online resources for this. If you want to get into boss hunting, there's a lot of people doing it. It is very challenging. It's incredibly rewarding when you actually get a drop. If you're somebody that does not like doing bosses but want boss gear, you do have the alternative with the Night Vendor, and the Night Vendor is very RNG based. It costs 50 energy to cycle the item that he's displaying, so it can be pretty costly. And not to mention the amount of money that it costs to purchase an item can range anywhere from 50% to 400% market value. So just to give you a little bit of an example, but it is an alternative. I have 13 characters with 327 energy, so you know, once a week I'm able to spam him, and that's actually how I've gotten almost all of my boss armor, because I don't really have the time to camp bosses as frequently as some other players. So there is an alternative, but if you're new to Black Desert Online, this is basically the PvE endgame. It's actually kind of cool. It's exciting. If you've got a good graphics card, you're okay. Just, you know, you will have to make some adjustments because the frame rates do plummet, as you saw. Here's the NPC for the Karanda's weapon box. As you can see here, you need 100 auras. I have like 17. So take some time, take some effort, but it makes the reward that much sweeter. So I hope you enjoyed the video.